Hi, I'm Justin Gambrill, and this is Advanced Dobro. Today we're going to be working on a warm-up that includes both working through scales as well as helping to get some different rolls underneath your fingers. So let's get right to it. I would presume that if you're watching this video, you should already know your G scale on the low 3 strings. So to go descend and then ascend, and that is the bass line. Just playing that scale is the bass line for this entire warm-up. So when we get into actually doing the warm-up, and when I demonstrate it fully later, I will be using a metronome, and you really should be using a metronome for this warm-up. It's not going to work right without a met. But you start by just playing to the quarter note, just what I did. And once you finish that, you're going to go right into also adding your first string, the D string. And you're going to play that every other note as an eighth note. Now we're going to add your third string G, and that's going to add the third note, so we're going to play this like a triplet. Now we're going to use that G note one more time, but at the end after the D, to make it a 16th note roll. And then you would do that exercise, or you would do all of that in reverse again. So you do the 16th notes one more time, then go back to the triplet rhythm, then the 8th notes, and then I just do a final descend on that quarter note. This warm-up and exercise really helps work throughout getting those different rhythms under your fingers, in your hands, and learning how to smoothly move from one to the next. Because you will not take a break in the actual warm-up, you will just continue all the way through. And it is important that you use a metronome while you're doing this, because to keep these rhythms just right where they need to be, you do want to be aligning yourself to a met. And that's seen most fully in the fact that that scale does not stop getting played, and it plays consistently. The only thing you're changing is your index and middle fingers, while the thumb just going up and down on that scale continues right in the way how it's doing it. So now I'm going to get a met going, and I'm going to demonstrate how this warm-up would sound just going straight through start to finish. So let's do it. the basic gist on how this warm-up goes. Now, it is important that you do stick with the mat and keep it slow. As you're trying to work on timing, it is very important to keep a metronome slow so that you are really working with it. It's much easier to tell how you are messing up with the mat when it is slow. I mean, even myself, throughout that little recording, I struggled sometimes to stay with the mat. There were moments I wanted to speed up, others that I was slowing down, and sometimes just changing between the different rhythms caused little hiccups. Now, as you're going, you will probably eventually want to speed it up a little bit. If you're really trying to work on these skills, get moving through your scales while rolling done faster, yes, stay some extra time in this warm-up. Use it as an exercise to build these skills. But I like it that when I'm picking my instrument up for the first time in the day, to slowly work through some of this to get some of these skills down. Now, this is like any other warm-up or exercise. You're not going to play it directly inside any song. But some of these aspects will inform some of your breaks in adding a little bit of a roll to certain parts of the break. I mean, there's moments where I will roll a single held note. Getting in and out of that roll in tempo takes a little bit of effort. There's times I use some of this stuff for backups. But we really just want to get ourselves ready for playing. And so even as it might seem a little boring, to make your entire practice time much more beneficial, much stronger, and using your time wisely, you really do want to be warming up properly and developing a couple good warm-ups with different scales and different rolls that will help you get ready for the day beyond just trying to play cold. So I hope that you start working with this exercise. It is a little more difficult. Try to use it. Try to put it into your daily routine and use it to help yourself become a much stronger Dobro player. So go out there and make the best of your practice time. Thanks for watching.